Hey, what's up everybody? Video 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so bear with me. They're doing work next door. They're going to be banging and screwing, all types of stuff. It's going to be loud. But we're going to work through it just like we always do when there's stuff like that going on. So, the Lakers play the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. It's a rare game, but it's NBC. You know how that goes. We've had two games like that on the schedule. We knew this was coming. So, the Minnesota Timberwolves have won 4 of their last 5 games, but the last game they played in, they got blown out inexplicably. And so, hopefully that means they're on a turn for the worse. This is one of the most important games of the season, everybody. The Los Angeles Lakers, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Denver Nuggets, and the Houston Rockets are all pretty much log jam between 3rd place and 6th place. Right now, we're in 5th. Denver lost last night in an absolute and utter thriller, maybe the game of the entire league this year, against OKC. I watched the highlights of that and didn't even know what I was getting into. I just saw that they had showed up on YouTube, clicked on it, and man, was that one of the best highlights I've ever seen. That game was unbelievable. And the Denver Nuggets lost, which made it great for us. So they fall behind us in this one. The Houston Rockets, I think, play the Raptors or something like that tonight. So we'll see how that goes. They'll probably win that game. But we got to take care of business against these Timberwolves who are also in that mix. In fact, Timberwolves are in, I think, 3rd place right now or something like that based on how things are going. So we are up to 0 in the series. We only played the Timberwolves 3 times this year, but we beat them both times. It's one of the only playoff teams that we've been able to dominate thus far. And getting this would be the great trifecta that we're looking for. Given the fact this game is in our gym, we should be very much inspired by our last win against the Knicks. So it's a lot to like about this Los Angeles Lakers team after that basketball game. We just out-hustled a Knicks team that's known for out-hustling people. And so we're coming into this Minnesota game optimistic that maybe we can put on another good performance, and hoping that their woes against the Magic will continue into this game tonight. So, yeah, their 5th previous matchup was against the Clippers. 94-88 was the score in Inglewood. They got the victory. And we'll cover the stats, and hopefully you can hear me through that. All right, so the score was 94-88. Minnesota won. And they shot 43% from the field, 36 of 83. And the Clippers shot 41% from the field, 30 of 74. Clippers were 5 of 22 from 3 for 23%. And the Timberwolves 8 of 26 for 31%. Wolves shot 74% from the free throw line, 14 of 19. The Clippers shot 79%, 23 of 29, 79%. There are 41 rebounds for the Wolves, 40 for the Clippers, 7 offensive boards for the Wolves, 6 for the Clippers, 23 assists for the Wolves, 21 for the Clippers, 8 steals for both squads. 5 blocks for the Wolves, 2 for the Clippers, 13 turnovers for the Wolves, 15 points conceded off of those, 19 turnovers for the Clippers, 18 points off of those, 16 fast break points for the Clips, 8 for the Wolves, 46 points in the paint for the Clips, 44 for the Wolves. 6 was the largest lead of the game for the Clippers, 9 for the Wolves, and the Wolves led 74% of the time, and the Clippers led 22% in their own gym. All right, Julius Randle, 32 minutes, 4 points, 1 of 10 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board plus 5. Hopefully he shoots like that against us. I'm sure he won't, though. Jaden McDaniels, 32 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 1 offensive board minus 1. Rudy Gobert, 35 minutes, 3 points, hit his only field goal attempt, 1 of 4 from the line, 13 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, 3 blocks, 2 offensive boards minus 2. DiVincenzo, 31 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, 2 offensive boards plus 8. Ant-Man, 36 minutes, 31 points, 12 of 24 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal minus 2. Naz Reid, 29 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 7 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 2 blocks, 1 offensive board plus 7. Mike Conley missed his only 3-point attempt. He had 1 rebound in 3 minutes, minus 4. Dosunmu, 23 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 9 from the field, hit his only field goal and free throw attempts. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 steal, plus 9 for Ayo. Terrence Shannon had 4 minutes, 0 on the plus minus. He did also have a turnover. Bones Highland, 15 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, plus 10. The Clips had 4 players in double figures, with the high man being Ben Mathurin. This was a very low-scoring basketball game. Actually, it was Derek Jones. He had 18. Ben had 14. My bad there. And that's how that went. Just a whole lot of nothing going on. Probably a defensive game. Poor shooting performance for Julius, but he still got the victory in Inglewood. Next up, for the T-Wolves, was a game against the Denver Nuggets. 117-108 was the score. They beat this team, and they did it on their floor rather. So the Nuggets shot 48% from the field, 41 of 85. Wolves 54%, 46 of 85. The Wolves shot 39% from 3, 14 of 36. And Denver 6 of 22 for 27%. Denver also attempted 27 free throws, hit 20 of them for 74%. And the Wolves were bad, 11 of 19 from the free throw line for 58%. 44 boards for Denver, 41 for Minnesota, 11 offensive rebounds for Denver, 7 for Minnesota. 33 assists for the Wolves, 21 for the Nugs, 11 steals for the Wolves, 2 for the Nugs, 5 blocks for the Wolves, 4 for the Nugs. 14 turnovers for both teams, 22 points off of Denver's and 11 points off of the Wolves. 30 fast break points for the Wolves, 6 for the Denver Nuggets, 52 points in the paint for the Wolves, 60 for the Denver Nuggets. And the large lead of the game for the Nuggets was 11. They led 25% of the time, and for the Wolves it was 14. They led 69% of the time. So the Wolves definitely killed these boys in the fast break. That's what stands out to me. And they had a lot of assists, working the ball around for one another. Juju, 32 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 of 5 from the line, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 7 for Randall. McDaniels, 33 minutes, 20 points, 9 of 12 from the field, 0 of 3 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 20 for McDaniels. Gobert, 38 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, 1 turnover, 1 block, 5 offensive rebounds, plus 12. Good line for Rudy. DiVincenzo, 36 minutes, 17 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3 as well. 2 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, plus 3. Do not let him get that hot from 3. Anthony Edwards, 39 minutes, 21 points, 9 of 19 from the field, 3 of 9 from the 3, 2 attempted free throws, missed both of them. 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 2 blocks, plus 2 for Ant-Man. Naz Reid, 26 minutes, 11 points, 5 of 11 from the field, 1 of 5 from the free throw line, 1 of 5 from 3, 0 of 1 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 block, -1 for Naz Reid. I'm sorry, I'm looking at them pushing soot through my window right now. I kind of want to close the window at this point, but we'll see what happens. Ayo Dosunmu, 21 minutes, 9 points, 4 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 turnovers, 2 steals, plus 2 for Ayo Dosunmu. And Bones Highland, 16 minutes, 18 points, 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 in the plus-minus for Bones. And, of course, we know the Timberwolves always shrink their bench, so they literally have 6 players with DNPs, which is egregious. But they won the game, so I guess it worked for them. High man for the Nugs was Jokic. Of course, he had 35 points, 13 boards, 9 assists, 2 blocks, and a steal with 5 offensive boards and a +4. Now that's a ho-hum night for him. Murray went for 25, Hardaway 17 off the bench, only missed 1 shot. So that's how that went. Denver had some good shooting from a couple people, but ultimately the Timberwolves were able to have a really big game from Rudy Gobert, crashing the glass, getting stock, stuff like that. And DiVincenzo shooting the ball as well as he did pretty much gave them the edge. I am glad to close that window. This looks crazy. Just a second. That's not going to work for me. No, sir. That's not going to work. Oops. This thing close. Alrighty. There we go. Sorry about that, you guys. That wasn't going to be able to fly. It's got all kind of smoke coming into my room. We ain't doing all that. I don't even know what that chemical is, but I don't want to be breathing it. They turned off the power, so I can't turn on the AC or the fan. This is crazy. But, yeah, man, let's continue. So, the Timberwolves, of course, got that win, and we move on to the next win they have. upon their 4-game winning streak. And the next game they play is against the Grizzlies. 117-110 was the score there. And this game was in Minnesota. All right, so the Minnesota Timberwolves shot 48% from the field, 40 of 84. And the Grizzlies 36 of 79 for 46% from the field. From the three-point line, the Grizzlies shot 15 of 38 for 39%. And the Wolves shot 10 of 34 for 29%. 79% from the free throw line for both squads. 23 of 29 for the Grizz, 27 of 34 for the Wolves. 52 rebounds for the Wolves, 33 for the Grizz, 13 offensive rebounds for the Wolves, 5 for the Grizz. 19 assists for the Wolves, 27 for the Grizz. 8 steals for the Wolves, 9 for the Grizz. 4 blocks for the Grizz, 2 for the Wolves. 18 turnovers for the Minnesota Timberwolves, 17 for the Grizzlies. 22 points in the paint for the Grizz, 16 for the Wolves, 36 points in the, 22 fast break points to 16. That's what that was. And then 36 points in the paint for the Grizzlies, 50 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Largest lead in the game for the Grizz was 11. They led 54% of the time and still lost. Largest lead in the game for the Wolves was 17. They led 42% of the time. So what I'm noticing about the Minnesota Timberwolves is they've been giving up some big leads and overcoming them. They've been the comeback kids, but they've been down double digits in both of these last 2 games. So no lead is safe against the Wolves, but they will give you breathing room, man. I think it has something to do with their rotations. I don't really know. I don't know. I've sounded off on the Wolves coaching for years. But they keep making the Western Conference Finals, so the guy keeps his job, and rightfully so, but I think they're probably better with a better coach. I really believe that. So let's get into the stats of this game, see exactly how that happened. And, high man for the Grizzlies was Jalen Wells at 19, and they had 6 players in double figures. Minnesota, 36 minutes for Juju, 23 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 9 of 12 from the line, 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 turnovers, 4 offensive boards plus 1. Jaden McDaniels, 32 minutes, 16 points, 6 of 8 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board plus 5. Rudy Gobert, 26 minutes, 5 points, 1 of 2 from the field, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 4 offensive boards plus 4. Dante DiVincenzo, 30 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, plus 21. Edwards, 37 minutes, 41 points, 15 to 29 from the field, 7 of 13 from 3, hit all 4 of his free throws, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 5 steals, 1 block, plus 13. Kyle Anderson, 14 minutes, 2 points, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, minus 5. Naz Reid, 23 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 8 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 2 offensive boards plus 2. Ayo Dosunmu, 29 minutes, 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive rebound, minus 4. And Bones Highland, 12 minutes, 6 points, 2 of 6 from both the 3 and field, 2 rebounds, 3 turnovers, 1 offensive board, minus 2. All right, so that's how things went for the Minnesota Timberwolves against the Grizzlies. And we'll move on to the next basketball game the Minnesota Timberwolves played in. And that was against the Toronto Raptors. 115-107 in Minnesota was the score. Minnesota got the victory at home. The Raptors shot 49% from the field, 41 to 83. And Minnesota 52%, 42 of 81. From the three-point line, 13 to 31 for Minnesota, 42%. For Toronto, 9 to 21 for 43%. From the line, 18 to 23 for the Wolves, 78%. For the Raptors, 67%, 16 to 24. 41 boards for the Wolves, 40 for the Raptors, 6 offensive boards for the Wolves, 11 for the Raptors. 24 assists for the Wolves, 22 for the Raptors, 10 steals for the Wolves, 6 for the Raptors, 5 blocks for both teams, 14 turnovers for the Raptors, 26 points off of those, 13 for the Wolves, 21 points off of those. Fast breaks points, 15 for the Wolves, 14 for the Raptors. And points in the paint, 52 for the Raptors, 48 for the Wolves. Large lead of the game for the Raptors was 12. They led 35% of the time. And for the Wolves, it was 18. They led 57% of the time. Again, another double-digit deficit for the Wolves that they happened to overcome. So in all these games they was winning, I don't remember what it was for the Clippers, you tell me, but they had a double-digit loss in each of these games and came back and won. That's just what it is. I want to go back and look at that Clipper thing, see if that was the case there. They only scored 94 points to win that game. But, like, they have had double-digit losses. They were down by 6 in that Clipper game. So they've been down by substantial points and just found a way to come back and win. Come back. It just is what it is. Let's see how the stats went for that game against the Raptors. All right, the high man for the Raps was R.J. Barrett, 25 points. They had 5 players in double figures. Okay, Julius Randle had 34 minutes, 17 points, 5 of 11 from the field, over 2 from 3, 7 of 8 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 offensive board, 1 steal, plus 9 for Juju. Jaden McDaniels, 21 minutes, 8 points, 3 of 6 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 of 1 from the line, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 2. Rudy Gobert, 35 minutes, 18 points, 7 of 8 from the field, 4 of 6 from the free throw line for Rudy. He did not shoot that many threes. 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks, plus 18. He's on a nice little roll there. Dante DiVincenzo, 27 minutes, 16 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 4 of 4 from the line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, 2 steals, plus 16 for Dante. Good shooting there. Ant-Man, 34 minutes, 22 points, 8 of 12 from the field, 5 of 8 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, plus 15. He's in a good shooting groove as well. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo's back with this team, 15 minutes, 4 points, 2 of 4 from the field, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, minus 11. Julius Phillips, 3 minutes, 2 points, 1 of 1 from the field, minus 8. Baron J, 3 minutes, 0 of 1 from the field, 1 steal, minus 8. Naz Reid, 21 minutes, 12 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, plus 16 for Naz. Ayo, 27 minutes, 13 points, 6 of 11 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block, plus 25. He led the whole team. Jalen Clark, 3 minutes, 0 of 1 from the field, minus 10. Terrence Shannon, 3 minutes, 0 of 2 from the 3, 1 turnover, minus 10. Bones Highland, 13 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 1 turnover, minus 14. And that's the production they got from the Wolves. I just want Terrence Shannon off of that team, honestly, bro. I just want him off of this team. That coach is an abomination. Absolute abomination. So the Wolves get this win, and they move on to a game against the Orlando Magic where they had their, Prince commemorative, I don't know that word, but like honoring Prince with the floor, and they completely wet the bed. Absolute embarrassment. The score was 1-19-92. Minnesota was awful. They were absolutely awful. I couldn't believe they put Prince floor down there and this team played that bad. I couldn't believe it. All right, so let's see how it went. The Magic shot 46% from the field, 42 of 91. The Wolves shot 36%, 30 of 84. From the three-point line, the Magic shot 9 of 34 for 26%. The Wolves 9 of 40 for 22%. Wolves shot 23 of 31 from the 3 for 74%, and the Magic 26 of 31 for 84%. From the rebound total, the Magic 58, Wolves 37, 15 offensive boards for Orlando, 8 for Minnesota, 28 assists for Orlando, 17 for Minnesota, 8 steals for Orlando, 10 for Minnesota, 4 blocks for Orlando, 5 for Minnesota. 12 turnovers for the Minnesota Timberwolves, 14 points off of those, 15 turnovers for the Magic, 19 points off of those. 21 fast break points for the Wolves, 7 for the Magic, 60 points in the paint for the Magic, 38 for Minnesota. The largest lead of the game for the Magic was 27. They led 61% of the times. And for the Wolves, they had an 8-point lead that they blew. They led 37% of the time. All right, stats. High man for the Magic was Bane, 30 points. Paolo walked away with 25 points. They had 4 players in double figures. Almost 5 with Jet Howard with 9. Julius Randle, 26 minutes, 14 points, 6 of 14 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 4 turnovers, 2 offensive boards, minus 12. McDaniels, 29 minutes, 3 points, 0 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Wow, 3 of 4 from the line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers, minus 23. Rudy Gobert, 33 minutes, 12 points, hit all 6 of his field goals, missed all 3 of his free throws, 8 rebounds, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block, 2 offensive boards, minus 13. Dante, another bad night, 29 minutes, 0 of 6 from both the 3 and field, 2 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 steal, minus 13. Wow. Between McDaniels and DiVincenzo, they didn't hit a single shot. Ant-Man had 32 minutes, 34 points, 8 of 18 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3, 13 of 14 from the line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 1 offensive board, minus 3. What a waste of a good Ant-Man game. Julian Phillips, 5 minutes, 2 points, 0 of 2 from the field, 0 of 1 from 3, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 block, minus 7. Naz Reid, 26 minutes, 13 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 offensive boards, minus 12. Zakarsky, 5 minutes, 2 points, hit his only field goal, 1 block, minus 7. Ayo Dosunmu, 21 minutes, 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 turnover, minus 18. Clark, 5 minutes, 0 of 1 from the field, minus 7. Terrence Shannon, 8 minutes, 0 of 1 from the 3 and field, 1 assist, minus 8. And Bones, 23 minutes, 9 points, 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 6 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound, 4 assists, 1 turnover, 1 offensive board, minus 12. Just awful. Awful. DiVincenzo, McDaniels, Dosunmu, they all couldn't hit a shot. What a waste of a good Ant-Man game. So that's how that went, man. We've covered now all of Minnesota's games. They've had big leads in each and every one of these games, but each of their opponents found a way to let them back in, except for the Orlando Magic that stomped the fire out of them boys. And yeah, man, that is the least impressive 4-game winning streak I've seen all season from any team. The least impressive. You can't possibly find yourself down each and every night as bad as they do. But when your rotations are as sorry as their coaches are, you're going to find these type of situations where certain people you put in do great, other people you put in do nothing, and the people that you don't play probably would have won the game for you. That is what it is for the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, so for the Los Angeles Lakers, of course, we will be on our home floor. So what we're going to be wearing is what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be wearing black tonight with our alternate floor. That's what it's going to look like there. Y'all know that uniform. And the Wolves are going to be wearing that uniform there, the white one. And there's only one player in the injury report last I checked, and it was LeBron with the elbow or the hip or the foot. They say hip here, his elbow. He's 41 years old. Everything's hurts all the time. Your projected starters, Marcus Smart, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, LeBron if he plays, and DeAndre Ayton. And for the other squad, Dante, Ant-Man, Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. That's what they got going on. Home and away. Did they give us that today? Yes. The Lakers are 39-25 in 5th place. 20-12 is our home and away record. 9th in overall offensive rating, so we're doing much better there. 20th overall defensive rating, doing much better there. And 16th overall net rating. So these last couple of wins have really helped us in our overall stats. For the Wolves, they're 40-24, 3rd in the West. 18-12 is their home and away. 10th in overall offensive rating, 9th in overall defensive rating, and 8th in overall net rating. So we actually are expected to be a better offensive team than them, but in other areas, probably not. So that's just what it is. But we have owned them this year so far, getting the first 2 games early in the season before teams were really established like that. We were able to snatch 2 early ones from these Wolves and only play them 3 times. So, yeah, man, what I want to see is the Lakers giving the same energy that they gave me in the last game. Salute to Kobe minute. We looked great. It was the best game of the season for us by far. We've had trouble beating good teams, though, so I wouldn't be overly surprised if we dropped the ball tonight. But if we really just continue to do what we did against Minnesota, I think we have an okay chance of winning this basketball game. Obviously, New York is who we want to say. I think I said Minnesota. New York is a team that doesn't have a whole lot of athleticism, although they play with a lot of energy. Minnesota is much more capable athletically, so it may not be as easy to match up with these people. It may be much more difficult to score on these people. Ayo Dosunmu has since been added to this team. I think he changed his life in Minnesota drastically. This is our first look at him in a Wolves uniform, so that's going to be interesting. See how we handle the ball pressure that he puts on for their team. Of course, you got to keep your eye on a couple people with Minnesota, man. Obviously, Nas Reed is a Laker killer. He's always been that way. I wouldn't be surprised to see him play well against us because this is what he does. Who else? Julius Randle, of course, played for this team for several years. We drafted him, so he knows us very well. He knows his building very well, and he's been playing some pretty good ball despite his team not really playing that great. So we got to keep our eye open for him. And Ant-Man's in there, like I said, he's in a good shooting groove. Ant-Man's one of the best players in the world. And so anything's possible when you got that type of talent on the floor. Luckily enough, we have a guy by the name of Luka Doncic who can do some stuff too. So I look forward to that matchup tonight. Dante DiVincenzo coming off a bad shooting night, but has had some good shooting games throughout the course of the winning streak that they had. So I expect for him to bounce back a bit in this building, although he tends to be an inefficient shooter. We'll see what happens. Man, I'm looking at our guy, Austin Reeves. He really bounced back in that last one after having a long stretch after his injury where he just couldn't get right. We're starting to find stuff out of him, and it's contributed to our winning that New York game. And, of course, Rui Hachimura has been shooting a lot better as well after being in the slump of his own. He's playing a little better. We definitely like that. Ayton's back, but his minutes are still low. Hopefully he can just give us enough. We've been loving what we've been seeing out of Jackson Hayes. He's been playing well during this winning process. We've been increasing Kennard's minutes. He's been playing better. We've just been getting better production. Jake LaRavia is still struggling off of the bench. I don't think that's a role for him right now, but he's starting to get more comfortable with that role, playing a little better as well. So we've just seen overall individual increases in players playing better for our squad. Marcus Smart, the story's the same with him. He's going to impact winning in a lot of areas, but the shot may not fall. He may be aggressive in taking the shot. I wish he would peel back a little bit on his aggressiveness scoring and still giving me all the energy he gives us everywhere else, because he would surely be a significantly more efficient basketball player if his shot diet made any damn sense at all. So that's really where my thoughts are. I just really like what I've been seeing from our role guys over the last couple of games. I think playing against some bad teams and then ramping up a little bit to play a competitive Pelican team really prepared us for New York, and I think we did good things. Playing the Nuggets in between that, having our heart broken there. I just think it's been a good training mode for what was ahead, which is a bunch of playoff teams. So hopefully we're ready to bring the same intensity that we brought to the Pelicans and the New York game to this game and capitalize on probably the biggest game of the season thus far. This is the biggest game of the season thus far for a multitude of reasons. To dominate over a playoff team that you likely will see in the playoffs, a team that knocked us off last year in the playoffs. You should be wanting to beat them every time you see them from here on out. And just for the standing situation, obviously we're right there in that logjam with these four squads and probably will be for the rest of the season, but you would much rather have the higher seed than the lower seed. And we've been stuck in 5th and 6th pretty much for a couple of weeks now. This will really give us an opportunity to not only tack a win on our record, but tack a loss on the Timberwolves record. And that is extremely important. So, this is a big game, man. This is a big game. We got some ex-Timberwolves on this team. I think of a guy like Vanderbilt. He should always be interested in playing against his old squad. So that's what comes to mind as well. Hopefully we can get some Vando minutes out there, and hopefully he can capitalize on that. It's just bottom line is we have some guys that are highly motivated to play well in this building. Ant-Man, who's struggled in this building more than he hasn't. Nas Reed, who's played well in this building more than he hasn't. And Julius Randle, who started his career in this building and has played here probably more than anywhere else. So those are the guys that come to mind immediately. We got to do something about them, make sure they don't get off. Bones Highland, we don't want people making a name for themselves. Bones has played well against us. I don't want him to have the big game. We saw that with the Knicks when we first played them with Landry Shamet. That's another one of those type of situations. You just don't want guys to start feeling all that confident against you when they really don't play like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? So that's somebody I have in my mind right now. And Rudy Gobert is in a good stretch, man. He is playing good ball in the areas where he really kills you. Rebounding, he's rebounding well. Stocks, he's stocking well. He's just in a nice groove for himself right now. So we need to be very careful with him and try to do the little things that try to overcome what it is he's going to bring to the floor naturally. So that's what comes to mind, man. I just think that the Lakers have had the Wolves' number since they knocked us out of the playoffs. We've been able to beat them. And so I would expect for us to come in with a lot of confidence. Of course, it's a late night game, but we're still technically all of us on the old body clock thing since it was daylight savings time just 3 days ago. So, or it ended, I guess that's the way you word that. So that game is technically at 7 o'clock for what our bodies are used to at this point. But a lot of y'all had to get up early in the morning, for work schedules and stuff like that. So it's gonna feel like 8 o'clock anyway. But that's really what it is. They're giving us a late game tonight, so we know this thing will probably tip off about 8:15 if everything goes the way it normally does, which it will. So yeah, man, 8:13, something like that. Be tuned in around that time. I'm pretty sure that'll be when tip-off begins, since the game is in Los Angeles. So that's what's up here. We get this game, and then next up we'll see the Chicago Bulls on Thursday. And then we'll get ready for that road trip, 6-game road trip that starts in Houston, has us playing 2 games in a row in Houston. So it ain't going to get much easier from here. I think we got Denver sprinkled in there somewhere, Miami, Orlando. Already started doing homework on all of those squads. So, yeah, that's what's up, man. The Los Angeles Lakers tonight, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Huge game of the season. Massive playoff and seeding implications. Bragging rights on the line for us to sweep them. All of this really, really matters, and it's just going to be interesting to see what Laker team shows up. Is it going to be the team against New York and the Pelicans, or is it going to be the team that's been showing up against all these other playoff teams getting whooped? We'll see. BDL 44. I thank you all for watching.